Right, gentlemen, it was about 24 hours ago that we saw the Rustore rotation happen. There's a bit of an alarming problem. There's a bit of a problem. We're just about to refresh and see that the Arctic Camo Poncho, surprise, surprise, has 16,500 sales almost. It hasn't been 24 hours. It's been like 23.5. Oh dear. Oh dear. So I sat there and said that 99-cent price could very well be the very bad thing that's going to affect it. And yes, it was. So that Arctic Camo Poncho has sold far too many too quickly. During the amount of sales that I see on average nowadays, just by looking at that, I reckon we're going to reach 30,000 sales. I reckon it's going to be oversaturated, even though it's the only skin of its set so far. Also, I made a bit of a mistake. See this? Demon, yeah? It's actually M-Demon. The guy that made various different skins. M-Demon made skins all the way as far back as Rust Halloween in 2015. So this is his alt account. I'm not sure why this was the one that was picked to be the new creator, but yeah. So his main account and his alt account now have skins in Rust. I'm not sure if that's supposed to happen, but it happened. Anyway, this. So one of the things I was considering was, if you want to see how this is likely going to behave, what's the best thing we can do? Why not take a look at the fish poncho? The fish poncho came out over a year ago. It sold over 20,000, but it also sold for 99 pennies. Now, the reason why this has progressed very nicely is because a sheer lack of poncho skins, and it's also part of the fish set, which is fairly popular. So how about we give a nice quick look at that on the market, because I feel like if we see the history of its price, we'll probably get a good idea of how likely the Arctic Camo Poncho is going to behave in the very beginning. Wow. So, straight in, when this came out, the fish poncho was selling for around $1.60, $1.70, and then it just immediately went down, 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 down. So, during November 2021, it was actually sitting perfectly around 99 cents. Now, let me reiterate, back then, we had even less ponchos. Back then, it would have been just 6. Back then, these would have still been expensive. But because this is part of the fish collection, and fish collection really did take off last year, I'm just led to believe that it's been kept up all thanks to what it is, being a fish collection skin. But this is the very beginning, or just a one-off, of a set. Arctic Camo. I did make a bit of a fuss about, if this is complete the sets, why are there free skins that aren't even part of collections? I will explain that a bit further in a minute. But like, yeah, a lot of people looking at it and thinking, oh, but Arctic Camo, I'm going to be camouflaged in the snowy areas, in the Arctic areas, in the mountains and whatnot. I think people would prefer to wear jackets. Oh, well, you know, that's super simple to say, isn't it? But that is the answer. Yeah, okay, hide armor's okay, but it's not better than the jacket. And we already do have jacket skins that are white. So, when was the last jacket skin? Oh, here we go. Tempered jacket. Because I'm just trying to find any jacket I can so I can compare to all of the rest of them, and then find the ones that the people in the Arctic areas would probably use, which of course would be No Mercy, Urban Ice, or Snow Camo Jacket, right? So there's plenty of options to pick from, and you're going to sit there and say, oh, but everybody's going to want to use this because of camo. Buddy, we have a 60-cent Snow Camo Jacket that already exists. So, with the amount of sales that this has already at the moment, yeah, this already looks like oversaturation. It looks like tons of people buying this in excess. So, what do I mean? So, there is genuine interest. Wow. And then there is the amount of sales. And when you see the difference, we could call that numbers or, you know, values. You get the idea. There's a big extra overlap here. And that all that overlap would be excess stock, excess purchases. And what's going to happen with that? It's all going to get thrown onto the Steam market. It's all going to get thrown onto third party and whatnot. That's a problem. And that very likely will be the cause of this Arctic Camo Poncho probably halving in price. Maybe not that bad. But if we do see more Arctic Camo, if we do start to see Arctic Camo become a collection, an armour and skin collection, then it might increase in price from then on. But hide armour isn't exactly super used. It's nice to have, but it's not like the go-to. It's not like people are jumping to try and get hide armour straight away. They're very likely probably just going to start using wood armour. They're probably just going to very quickly try and get a jacket, get hazmats. Tier 2, anything's probably better than the hide armour. Just in terms of what's better to do, what is there better to do with your resources and whatnot. Oh, but early game. Yeah, but then, you know, that's probably done and over with in a couple hours. So, anyway, let's just stick to the point. What is its likely future? Well, we saw with the fish poncho, that managed to stick around for $1, and that lasted for about 3 to 4 months. Then it shot up in price because post-Christmas happened, which, you know, causes usually a massive price increase for everything. And then afterwards, the fish poncho just kind of stayed there. And then fairly recently, people have devised, like, budget bush camo sets where people can just sit in the bushes, wait, and then easily ambush people that pass by and steal all their loot and whatnot. So the fish poncho has a home with the fish collection, and it's being used as a cheap set to hide in, and yeah, you get the idea. So Arctic Camo Poncho, unfortunately, it's just sold far too many. The fact that, here you go, all I need to do is to show, after not even a day, not even 24 hours, what has the highest estimated total supply. It's already almost reaching up to the same amount that the fish poncho had, and it hasn't even been a full day yet. That right there is the problem. That right there is going to be a clear identification. What's the word I'm trying to say? It's clear as day that this is oversaturated already. If we suddenly stop right now and there was no more sales, then yeah, that would probably be alright. But I'm projecting around 30,000 sales by the end of, well, until around next Thursday, and it's not looking pretty because I'm pretty sure that price of it is going to suffer very, very badly. It's also not abnormal, so we're not going to be able to see how it behaves after about 20 hours, you know, from, for me, Thursday morning until Thursday evening, because that's when abnormals usually appear, Thursday morning for me. So, yeah, that... I mean, we could probably start taking a look and see if there's some people being trapped by SCM that have like 1,000. Well, there's a guy of 100 there, but yeah, there's just far too many that exist. But, you know, hopefully more gets added to it. But yeah, I was a bit too harsh with this whole selection of skins this week. I don't actually think it was a complete the sets this week, which is weird. The wording of the announcement's been very confusing, and it's not just me. Plenty of other people. So my apologies if I came across as very negative just this past day, because yeah, it might actually be complete the sets, but if you've seen TGG's recent video, then apparently it's next week now. I have no idea. But yeah, Poncho, you were a very random surprise to see, and I was happy to see it. I am, but for a standard week of skins, I'm actually perfectly happy with this. The fact that we got a collection finishing, the core pieces finishing for Skullkiller, that's good. A skin, an item that hasn't had a skin in over a year, that's good. And I'd rather we get for a wood door, a double barrel shotgun, and an AK this week, hoping to not see anything like that next week. So yeah, Poncho, you're looking ridiculous already. I personally won't be buying it, but I'll probably be picking up a lot of them for like 50 cents on a buy order, because I really do think that's going to be suffering for the amount that are going to be projected that I think going to sell. So 25,000 to 30,000, 100%. That's the estimated amount of sales that I think we're going to reach up to. So yeah, that's that. Sorry if that was a bit of a talk. I understand that I might have had a bit of a ramble there, but oh, sorry, I didn't mean to click that. Yeah, I just wouldn't buy it. Just avoid, do a buy order instead, and then as time goes on, you'll easily be picking up quite a lot of them for cheap. But you know what? Let's wait until Wednesday or Thursday, then make a decision. That's the smart thing to do. I say that all the time, especially with abnormal skins, like the Skull Killer set. I'm not going to touch that until Wednesday or Thursday, then I'll make a decision. And right now, even the Skull Killer kilt selling so much more than these two pieces, but this is the most necessary piece. It is what's needed for the very best of tier 3 and clothing, and then you need the kilt. You need the kilt to finish off the set. So yeah, thank you for watching that bit. So let's move on to the next bit. But I actually managed to buy. So I should have added this. So I'll speak it now. So we're talking about ponchos, of course. When the fish poncho came out, and obviously it sold for 99 cents, I did a like an 85 cent buy order, 100 of them. I picked them all up. I bought all 100 because there was that 3-4 month period where it was just sitting at around $1. So of course I had a very decent buy order for the price it was selling for. I actually managed to buy all 100, and I knew 100% that in the future it would sell very nicely. Cue another 1.5 years later when it's into 2022. Yeah, no, not 1.5. Sorry, I mean that came out in 2021. Brain don't work properly. I sold all 100. I've made like a great profit out of it because I was selling them for $3 each. So yeah, that worked out very nicely. So yeah, just in the long term, will this be good? Ooh. Again, if we do see more of the proposed Arctic Camo set, then yeah, it could rise up in price. But in the short term, I expect a disaster. So do avoid. I wouldn't touch it. But at the very least, wait until Wednesday or Thursday. Look how many have sold, then make a decision. So yeah, it automatically looks like it surpassed genuine demand. So genuine demand, actual sales, oversaturation. That's going to get thrown on the market. That's going to get dumped, and then people are going to start undercutting each other. People are going to panic sell. If you want to see something very similar, we'll talk about Skull Killer in a minute, because Skull Killer has shown signs of the excess amount. So we'll get on that in a minute. Just you wait.